I'm Andy, and I own a Mitsubishi Evolution 8. I've had it for just on January, bought it of this year. So how many months is that? Seven months. Get in the car. Well, started off looking up and down the country, really, strolling the internet, hitting eBay and all the other places that you can find piston heads, everything you could look at for a decent Evo. Getting rarer and rarer to find a good quality one. And then luck would have it, it turns out 6-7 miles down the road from here, there's a guy who specialises in Japanese imports more than anything, Stuart Sports and Performance. And we rang him up one day and he said he had a couple of cars there to come and have a look at. So went down, looked at a white one. It was standard. I think it was an FQ260, I think it was. And unmolested. Just imported in. It had only been in the country for about a week. Had a look round, really happy with it. And then he started asking me questions about what I'd want to do to the car. And then started reeling off all the modifications and the direction that I might want to go down. And he turned around and says, well, just so happens I've got one a bit further down the lot here that's had quite a lot of work done to it, and have a look at that. So we had a look at that, and that was it. I fell in love with it straight away. So, unfortunately, it had a blown bottom end on the car, so the bearings on the bottom end had gone. Due to the lad who had it previous, who won it for £18 on a raffle, like a competition site. Couldn't afford to repair it. Obviously, just thrashed it to death, unfortunately, and sold it to Stuart. And then Stuart turned around to me and says, "Look, if you're interested in this car, we've got an opportunity to do some great things with it because it's going to need a rebuild anyway. What do you want to do?" So I was like, "Well, might as well, because it's a lot of car for the money." So I says, "Let's go for it." So we made a decision on changing it from a 2.litre, 2 litre to a 2.3 litre stroker. So yeah, he went and did the build on it for me. Getting the car, built from we bought the car in January. Had to wait a long time for the build. Some bits had to come from the States, I believe, for the car. So we waited a bit. And then lockdown came with the COVID, and then there was the worry of not getting the car. And then when she did turn up, we weren't able to get the map on it in time. So I had a car sat on the driveway, ready to go, but couldn't really drive it. So just polished it every day and cleaned it. And then when the rolling road opened back up, we were straight down there and got the map on it, and away we went. Yeah, the sound of the car when we got it without the map on was hideous. My neighbours hate me. The first few days we had it, it did basically sound like a drag car. So every time we started it up, it was drivable, but there was no boost, so I couldn't boost the car or anything. It was drivable, just to help run it in a bit. But yeah, I came out of my driveway, went down the road, and there's a car sales lot at the bottom of the street. And we pulled out of the road down there, and I set off about 4 or 5 car alarms in there, which was ridiculous. So yeah, she was loud. Toned down a bit now, but neighbours still hate me.